Watch me build Tony Robbins, a smart chatbot in less than 10 minutes. A smart chatbot that can answer questions about his programs, that can support his audience in telling them specific programs for their specific needs, and eliminate 80% of the customer support while increasing conversions. So let's do that. I'm going to go to Noem.ai, create an account. Let's call this Tony Robbins and give it an email. The password will be sent to me. I'm here, log in. So the first thing I see, what do I want to create? Chatbots, videos, ads, or custom agents. I'm going to use the chatbot. Now it's going to ask me my company name. I'm going to call it Tony Robbins. Website. Let's grab Tony's website. I'm going to tab. And look at this magic. Noem automatically fills up the product and services and what makes Tony's different, as well as the target audience, the company size, and the industry that it's in. The tone of voice that I want for Tony is not authoritative, it's actually persuasive, and I don't know if Tony has company slogan, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now give it a try. Most of the time, if your website is familiar to the internet, it will pick up all the information here. If it's not, you might have to type your product and services yourself. Also, give this a look. Look at what you want Noem to know about the company. Do you want them to know who you worked with, names, testimonials, anything like that? So I'm going to save this. And now it's going to ask me what kind of chatbot do I want. With Tony, we're going to go with a virtual coach. Now, here's the cool thing about here. First of all, you don't have to think about what is the job description for this specific virtual coach chatbot, because we've already created a template for you with all the goal and the processes and everything in there. We also highlighted the areas that you need to modify in order to make it yours. So for example, the coach's name is Tony Robbins. All I have to do, Tony Robbins. Like that. So now I can come in, copy this, and everywhere that it says the coach's name, I can just come in here and replace it. And now it knows who's to talking to. But I'm going to show you something super cool. I'm not going to modify these instructions at all. I'm just actually going to go to the knowledge base, and I'm going to have Noem learn from Tony's website. So I'm just going to put here tonyrobbins.com, and I'm going to ask Noem to learn about it. Noem went, looked at the website. Tony has a very good sitemap and picked up all this information automatically, so I don't have to look at any of this information. It's already right here in Noem. I'm just going to click OK, and Noem is going to create a file from this document. And now all I have to do is test it. But before we do that, let's customize it a bit. We're going to do that in the design. And this is going to be Tony Robbins chatbot. We're going to remove the display name from here, and we're going to save this and test it out. So it's going to say, hi, feel free to test me out. What products do you have? What is your return policy? I'm going to say, how can I work with Tony? And remember, we didn't give Noem anything. We only went and added the information from the website. And already Noem knows several ways that you can work with Tony. Coaching programs offer both personal and business coaching, live virtual events, online courses and training, books and audio program, corporate training, exclusive group experiences. I can guide you through finding the best way to work with Tony based on your specific goals, or provide more detail about coaching or events. Would you like more information in particular about the program? My goal is to have more confidence in public speaking. How can Tony help me? Tony Robbins can help you build greater confidence in public speaking through a blend of strategy, psychology, and practical training. Here's how Tony can support your journey: overcoming fear and doubt, state management, influence and communication techniques, step-by-step growth, dedicated programs and events, real-time practice. Tony's workshop create a supportive, energetic environment, blah, 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 ready for your next step. So notice this chatbot is already upselling very subtly, inviting the user to take the next step. I can suggest relevant Tony Robbins programs to help you with public speaking or guide you through some foundational exercises right now. Would you prefer a program recommendation, practical strategy to start, or both? Let's start with the practical strategies. But I'm going to say that in Spanish. Let's assume I am a Spanish user. Vamos a empezar con estrategias practicales, I think. And look at that. The bot, even though I never told it to do anything, already responding in Spanish. Perfecto. Empezamos con estrategias prácticas al estilo Tony Robbins para que avances hoy mismo en tu confianza a hablar en público. So it knows exactly what I was talking about because this is the correct Spanish that talks about public speaking and my confidence, and it just switched to Spanish and it tells me exactly what to do. Confidence starts in the body. Define your intention and focus on your audience, not in yourself. So if I want to make this a little bit more Tony-like, I know that Noem has an internal code that I can use here to upgrade my plan. So let's see if that works. I'm going to go with the enterprise one because why not? I get an entire month for free. It's going to come in here and say add a promotional code. Now this is internal to them. So let's see if that works. There we go. I can start with 0. Okay, let me put my information in here. And I get an entire month for free. So how cool is that? No agents found. Would you like to create a new agent? If not, I can take you to your project. I'm not going to build an agent right now. I'm going to stick with Tony's chatbot. So I'm going to say no. And here's my little chatbot. And now I can customize Tony by going in here, either picking a picture that I want, or let me upload one of Tony's pictures. By coming in here, going to file upload, and adding Tony's image. So I'm going to use this image right here. This is going to be our little test spot right here. See that? Learn more about me. I can change that into a link right here. So learn more about me. I'm just going to take that and make that a link. I'm going to paste this and turn that into a link. Let's save this and test. And this will take them directly into Tony Robbins, right? So that's super cool. Now we need to make sure that these questions are actually the ones that we want. So we're going to come in here in the sample commands and we're going to change this to what event is coming next. How can I work with you? I'm going to save that. Now when I test what event is coming next, how can I work with you? Feel free to test me out. So here, let's change this one. Hi, I'm Tony's virtual assistant. Ask me anything you want to know about Tony or his programs. So I'm going to save that and test. How can I work with you? There you go. So if you remember, we didn't do anything. We just came in here, learned from the URL, gave it a text file. Now here's something super cool. Remember that little hello message that we had right here when we tested, and it says, hi, I'm Tony, I'm assistant. Check this out. I can add right here a video. I'm gonna enter a YouTube URL and save that. And now I can have a video welcome message that can explain exactly how to use this chatbot to get everything you want. So if I'm going to save this and I'm going to test, voila, the video is right here. I can have any copy on the top here that explain exactly what to watch and what to see and how to do it. Now, here's the best part. Let's say you don't have a website, but you want a smart chatbot like this, a chatbot that engages, that supports in multiple languages, that reduces the customer support issues, that can actually show people where to get your information and how to interact with you and all that jazz, but you don't have a website to put it on. You can just go to deploy, let Noem host your chatbot, and this is included in all our plans. Click on setting and choose the background that you want for your chatbot. Let's go with Aurora. We're going to give it a name, let's say Tony Robbins, and then we are going to publish it. And voila, we have our beautiful website already hosted, already ready. Everything that we need is right here. You can send this link to people. They can interact with it, see the videos, work with it. And if you wanted to add your social media links right here on the top, let's just say facebook.com, save it, publish, and right here on the top, you're going to have all your social media information. You're going to have a QR code that you can actually show people and they can start talking with your chatbot. And if you don't want us to host it for you, you don't have a website, but you do have a domain, you can add your custom domain right here. And we have all the instructions for you on how to do just that. So like I promised, a complete working chatbot with Tony Robbins in less than 10 minutes. Are you ready to get your own?